Hi, it's Great Girls. I'm Danielle.
I'm Charlie.
And it's our show. We're going to do our show. So on today's episode, we've got 432.
And other music myths.
And other music myths. So 432 and other music myths. We are getting into it, honey. Let's just go ahead and do it. We got 5 of these that we set up. We're just doing 5 today. There's probably a bajillion. But
yeah, we want to tackle these.
And we're not talking about...
people.
We're not talking about people or individuals. We're not talking about,
Yeah, we're talking about making music. So first one, number 1, music is hard to learn.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people act this way. There's a certain depth to it especially when you are working in it. It's all it is it's just 12 notes. The flats and the sharps and the modes and the it's
so easy. It's super easy.
There's a lot to it. But okay, so that brings up an important thing. Music is kind of a language, and the more you get into it, the more you realize what these things mean, because people will come at you with terms all the time in music. They'll be like, that sounds chunky, or that sounds
bright.
Yeah, bright. What about how does it sound right now?
Does it sound warm?
Oh.
What does that mean?
Juicy.
Juicy. Nasty.
Nice.
There's all kinds of things. You figure it out.
Well, yeah, okay.
I have a very...
So, music, it's kind of... The second one is a B almost to that. So what do we got?
Talent is mostly innate.
Yeah, talent is... People are always like, oh, you're so talented. And they come at it with this way of it has so much more to do with your experiences in playing, and music is about repetition.
Repetition.
You don't have to be smart to be an artist or a musician, actually. To be a really good one, you might, but you might not, actually. It depends on what you're going for.
Depends what you mean by smart.
Exactly. Because there's so many definitions of how people act and react inside of their own bubbles.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really big one. Hell, take me, for instance. If you were to take me and put me into an operating room and be like, doctor, here's your patient, I'd be like, I got the wrong person. No, ain't doing it. Then I'd leave. And good luck to all that. I'm not smart like that. But, if you want to, say, make something really cool happen, pretty smart with that.
Right. So it depends.
It depends.
It depends. Music is not really as much of an innate thing. People do have certain types of physical features or traits that are more adaptable to music. I've always been told my whole life, you've got guitar player hands or you've got piano fingers, because as an instrument... certain instruments, to play very well, you have to be able to reach, and it can be more complicated. It's not impossible when you have small hands. It's just a little bit more difficult, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of virtuoso players with small hands.
Oh yeah, but then
if you're a small-handed baby,
there's then Paganini on violin with his big giant hands. Yeah, it's all different. It's fun.
Yeah,
but it ultimately comes down to repetition also.
Are you trying to say that large hands are the tools of Satan?
Yes.
In a good way?
Yes.
I don't know.
I endorse that.
Yeah, I endorse it as well.
Large hands are the tools of Satan.
Yes, they are, go ahead.
They are Satan's appendages. Well, number 3. Let's go on to number 3.
Yeah, that is the one.
Okay. So number 3 is...
Speak of the devil.
It's a big myth here. The expensive gear is required.
Oh. So
now I'm gonna say that depends.
It does depend, but it's to say that you can do a lot with just a little bit of gear. You've seen that picture, that old picture of me recording on those like gaming speakers. I famously recorded, I guess, on these gaming speakers for a little while when I was first getting started with my studio. And let's see, everything from Illyria through my next act that I did, which was the Rickshaw Roadshow. So I got those computer speakers for like, I think like $80, and it was like a surround setup. And I actually learned a lot about recording, and I ended up just using the it came with subwoofer. I guess what, should I give them a sample of something that I recorded on those speakers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drop a sample right now. Sample drop! Okay, what else we got? We got points on it. We got anything going on?
There's no points on that one, but like.
So I don't get any points.
No points for that one. Counterpoint to it, the notion that like you don't necessarily have to have expensive gear. Sometimes you do.
Some gear happens to be expensive if it's very specialized or just like something esoteric, or like drums can get pretty expensive. It's just a part of it.
I mean, like any quality like instrument is probably gonna be kind of pricey. But like, you can learn on smaller things.
That's the thing, though, is like, for example,
you wouldn't go and buy a $30,000 violin to go learn those. So
no,
you progress and you trade.
I'm saying like if you're learning guitar, like made in Mexico Stratocasters, it's like a thing, and those were like retailing at like $300-$400, like at the most.
Perfect
for the best ones.
Yeah.
So like. It can be done on cheap gear. So that's the long story short of that. So 4
is this one is one that you're seemingly pretty passionate about, I think. You know what it is?
No.
This one is loudness equals quality.
Oh, this is one that you get a lot from inexperienced musicians and or people in certain genres of music who are trying to portray music as being full. They get really, really loud. And if you've ever been to a concert that's too loud, you understand. In my opinion, if you're going to any concert on a medium to large stage, which is like, let's say like 200 plus people, if you're going to like expected, if you're going to like any type of shows that big or bigger, for sure, you should have earplugs in, like just straight up.
It takes so much volume to make the sound go through all the bodies of water.
I'm sorry to bring up earplugs, but you should wear earplugs if you want to be able to play music later in life or or anything like that. And, I know people will be like, well, I burn out fast. Well, not everybody does. It can be a little rude sometimes. And, okay, here's the thing. Certain genres are louder than others, and that's a thing. This point I like to make, I kind of try to separate musicians and the music they make into two distinct categories. When we're having this conversation, isn't there someone you forgot to ask? The budget PA.
Musicians are in two vague camps. One is beauty playing, the other is push playing. They are both valid approaches.
That's a great point, budget PA. So with push playing, it's really about like you're pushing the equipment and you're using things to their extent. Grave Girls is very much like a push play band at this point in our time here.
So flexibility and adaptability though, what about that? Apparently it does equality. But that's not the same as loudness. And some genres are louder than others.
That is also a great point, Budget PA. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Yeah.
The fifth myth.
So, well, no, I mean, when it comes down to it, like, what people are seeking when they look for loudness is fullness. What they're seeking is fullness.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, people hear you say like your mixes, and they're like, "Wow, that's so loud," but it's on headphones, and it's not actually that loud.
It's not even loud. It's not even turned up.
It's not loud. It's
so it
just
sounds
very full.
So one part of recording and mastering is to make things sound loud. People like things to sound loud on recordings. It's part of it. You can say what you want about it. People like it loud.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different type of myth.
Well, let's go on to number 5, the one that people are here for. Number 5, 432 hertz makes you sound better, and it has a mystical effect on the music because it's the intonation of the earth.
Yeah, so if you know about the 432 argument, the core argument of 432 is that 432 is a resonant frequency that like stuff like water resonates into, and also it's like a number that is divisible and makes, I guess it's a more attractive looking number in ways, like in terms of like you can break it down and stuff in different ways. So, okay, music is at 440 hertz, which hertz is just a system of like pitch. So, like pitch, like those are all like, it's a scale of pitch. Mm-hmm. So the higher it goes, the higher the number. And 432 is lower than 440. 440 is the standard around the world. Everyone uses 440 around the world.
So it was used, 432 hertz was used a little bit in like the 18th and 19th century, but like it was not like the big thing that everybody said it was. It was just kind of a thing that some people use a little bit, and then we kind of dropped it because it's weird.
Yeah, 432 is not, it's not really relevant.
Like if you actually tune an instrument to that and you just play scales, it sounds weird.
So a lot of people use the argument that like, with like resonant frequencies with water and stuff, it's like a more perfect thing. But perfect doesn't equal quality, really.
Not like that. Plus, have you ever listened to water? It can be kind of...
Yeah,
it's a bit much, honestly. There's a lot of it. Like.
432 sounds weird. Did I do an album? I think one of my albums with the Roadshow was in 432.
You said you all were doing a bit.
Okay, yeah, well... Yeah, so I was actually in a band that tuned to 432 for a while, and the biggest pitfall I can bring up right here is adaptability. We all had to use the same tuners because changing centimeters on different tuners has kind of slightly different results to the point where it's an issue, because you're not supposed to tune to 432. We tune to 440 in this modern fucking society.
We're not animals.
No. We are, but not like we're intelligent animals. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is 440 is brighter. Mm-hmm. 440 people will argue has a more brittle sound, but really it's just the sound of everything that you hear. So here's the thing. Here's a great argument for this. Let's say I write an album in 432, mm-hmm. and I record the album in 432. Then what? When people try to cover my songs, oh, you can't cover my songs. Like that's kind of messed up, because people won't. Well, why would we want to like do a whole separate tuning just to just to hang out with you.
Basically.
You know, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say else about it. It's like, it's inconvenient. 432 is inconvenient. There's nothing magical about it. It may be divisible by a slightly higher number of numbers, but I can't confirm.
I mean,
I think
are
so.
you going to get an instrument that has more octaves on it than it already had? I can't squeeze any more on my violin, and the math don't work, or the geometry, so
Yeah.
what's it matter?
I think it should be 420.
Facts.
If I am elected president, the first woman president of the United States, I will
Sign an executive order.
I will make an executive order that we change all tunings to 420.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's not a thing. No, it's definitely not a thing. You don't do that. You know, people will change their tunings.
If you do that, you should tell us about it though.
Yeah,
but then turn it back, fix it.
I also have an argument that people will say the lower you tune, the heavier the key is, but that's not really the case because there's only 12 notes and they wrap around in a circle. It's a circle.
Would you hit the circle of fifths?
Definitely not. Never say that.
Okay.
Because no, I'm just kidding. Circle of fifths definitely is the thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about circle in music. I'm bringing things in.
Yeah. So, music is a circle, and tuning down to different keys, people will say oh, this is heavier and stuff when they're tuned to A or something. But in all reality, modern speakers are meant to handle keys more like B, C, and D especially. And going as low as if you go down from a standard E to an A,
mm-hmm.
you're definitely maybe getting into
And eventually, if you keep playing with the speakers like that, you just get to places where the speaker can't play it anymore.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's if you go so then you go if you're too low or too high.
So yeah, that's one thing on my keyboard. If I go so low, if I go 2 octaves lower than something that's already 2 octaves lower,
mm-hmm.
4 octaves lower, it literally just poops out, and the speaker is whipple waving so slowly that it's just waving at you. It's just hi, I'm too low.
Yeah.
Get me high.
Get me high.
That's why we're doing 420 as our official tuning of the awesome sauce states of whatever. Yeah.
Well.
Alright, well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Budget PA. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's Grave Girls. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Funny when you think of it, a mind creates nothing to